Equip and Commit Challenge people. Man, welcome to Ice Mageddon right now. Hey, so I am sure you are stuck in your house just like we are stuck in our house. So this week, I want to talk about pre-workout nutrition. So last week, we went through your entire in-body scan. We broke down your body fat, your skeletal muscle mass, and your basal metabolic rate, which again was how much you're burning on a daily basis. So today, we're gonna talk about pre-workout nutrition and why pre-workout nutrition matters. So some of you guys will come to the gym and you've had a super busy day, right? And you get through your workout and you're a little shaky, or you're like, man, coach, I'm just dragging today. And so we want to give you guys some options when it comes to pre-workout nutrition. So option number one, if you're that person who you've got some time, about 2 to 2.5 hours before you work out, you've got some time in your day and you can actually have a meal prepared, or you've prepared it the day or a couple of nights before. So one thing we want to look at for that pre-workout nutrition, option one is going to be 2 to 2.5 hours beforehand. We have some carbohydrates. So here we have some really good carbohydrate sources. So we can go with some whole wheat pasta, we can go with rice, we can go with a variation of a potato, whether that's white potato, red potato, sweet potato, and then we've got some oats. And so the reason we like these carbohydrates is these are more complex carbohydrates. They're going to take a little bit longer to digest and process in your system, which is going to give you more sustainable energy for your workout. Now the goal is you take one of these carb sources and then you mix it with a lower fat protein. That could be anything from chicken, we could do some tuna, you could do some egg whites. Kind of gross, I wouldn't want to do that, but that's just me. Or any other protein choice that you would like. We also want to keep the fats a little bit lower. So when we say a little bit lower, we're looking at about 15 grams or less. And we want to keep that in the healthy fats family. And so we're looking at olive oil, we're looking at avocado. If some of you have coconut oil, want to do that, you could also have cashews, or you could have almonds, or you could even do a nut butter if you would like. And so for you who's been able to be prepared, who says, hey, I've got time, we're going to go with some of these complex carbohydrates, a low fat protein, then we're going to add some healthy fats 2 to 2.5 hours before your workout. Let's move all this over here. If you're the person who I know some of you are, where you're like, coach, there is no way I can eat 2 to 2.5 hours beforehand. I've got kids, I've got a busy schedule, I've got life. Also, coach, I just don't like to eat ahead of time because you know what? It doesn't make me feel good. Hey, we completely understand. So we want to give you option number two. Option number two is going to be a little less heavy on your stomach, and it's going to give you a little bit of more energy. And so what we suggest, right, is you want to get a little bit of protein. And so we're a huge fan of Greek yogurt. The fat stays low, it tastes great, and it packs 20 grams of protein in a serving. We also like to add in some baby food because, I know this is crazy to say, the baby food does pack about 20 carbohydrates, very, very low fat, if any at all, healthy ingredients, doesn't taste too bad. And then we want to get a little bit of sugar. Yes, I just said that, but this is natural sugar, right? So honey is going to help with your energy levels. So whereas in option one, about 2 to 2.5 hours before, option two, we're going to do about an hour beforehand, just to be safe. So I would take 1 serving of Greek yogurt, mix in a little bit of baby food, mix in a dazzle of honey, and then you would add again some fat. So for this, I would probably add some almond butter or peanut butter. Again, looking at 15 grams or less. This is going to be light on your stomach. It's not going to be heavy on your stomach. It's going to give you some good energy. So give this a try this week, whether you want option one or option two. Next week, we're coming at you with post-workout nutrition.